Unfortunately, this game has made me have to bring out an old friend of mine. For those of you who watched my videos last year, you might remember this. Presenting my table, which I am now going to flip. It is broken into many pieces.
Sucker blue. I don't want to overreact. What was that? This is gonna be a good game.
Not this game. The best game ever. I am missing a piece here. I cannot find it. But the show must go on. So hello and welcome to this episode of Hawks Recap. Blackhawks lose in overtime to the Vegas Golden Knights by a score of 4-3. The Blackhawks coming into this game were looking for their first ever win against the Vegas Golden Knights. And in the first period, well, it looked like tonight just be their night. Now, the Golden Knights came out the first 3 minutes, and they were playing really well. They were the better team. But about 4.5 minutes in, they turn the puck over in their defensive zone. Cahoon gets the puck, throws it on net, rebound off. Fleury comes to DeBrincat's stick, and DeBrincat, the pure goal scorer that he is, pots it home, and the Hawks are up 1-0 early in this game. Looked like the Hawks would get momentum after that goal. They would play really well the rest of the first period. They have good jump to their step. Patrick Kane looked like he would increase that lead later on. Takes the puck inside, driving to the net, opens up a lane for Strome to get the pass from Kane. He would take the puck to the net. Fleury would make the save, but there's garbage in front. Rebounds. Patrick Kane swoops in and pots home the loose puck, and it looks like the Hawks are up 2-0. But the play gets reviewed and is determined pretty obviously that the play was offside and therefore no goal. Thankfully, Kane would get a second opportunity. Blackhawks to the power play with about 4.5 minutes left to go in the first period. Patrick Kane with the puck. He takes a shot. It gets blocked, comes right back to him. He takes another shot, and this time it gets through past the defenders, past Fleury into the back of the net. And officially now, the Blackhawks have a 2-0 lead, and they would take that into the second period. Unfortunately, the Golden Knights would score early in the second period, just a minute and a half in. Shot comes from the point, gets through to Delia. He makes the save, but he has trouble covering that puck, and I don't know what it is, but we've seen this with him before. He just, I don't know, the glove hand just can't find a way to cover it up. And Alex Tuch ends up tucking home the loose puck, and it's now a 2-1 game. The Blackhawks would get a couple power plays after that, including a 4-minute advantage where the Blackhawks would end up regaining their 2-goal lead. Patrick Kane with the puck, and he just finds a little hole to put that cross-ice pass to DeBrincat. Wide open net. DeBrincat just buries it. Man, this has been a hot play on the power play. The Hawks power play, since December 23rd, my birthday, Pat Foley's birthday, a good birthday, has been third in the league since then. For as atrocious as the power play was at the beginning of the season or up until that point, it's been on fire lately. It's just a wonder if we could have played this well on the power play all season, where we would be. It would look like the Hawks would take that 3-1 lead into the third period, but with under a minute left to go, the Vegas Golden Knights would flip the puck out of their zone. They would chase it down. It's a 2-on-2 situation. Carpenter has the puck. Dahlstrom doesn't do a good enough job closing down that gap, and Carpenter just snipes a shot past Delia to make it 3-2, and just devastating goal to give up at the end of a period. And not only that, the Hawks give up a goal at the beginning of the second period and at the end of the second period. 2 time periods where you just don't want to give up goals. The beginning of a period, end of period. Those are just devastating times to give up goals. And in the second period, the Hawks gave up goals in both those time slots. And it seemed like this one, even though the Hawks still had a lead going into the third, this one gave the Golden Knights a lot of momentum, and it almost looked like the Hawks just kind of lost their footing. The third period for the Hawks was a struggle, and they were playing not to lose, and when you do that, usually you lose. It looked like Vegas would tie this game up with about 6 minutes left to go, but that goal would get disallowed due to it being kicked into the net. So no goal there, but the Golden Knights would come back and tie it again, this time with a legal goal with about 4 minutes left, and this game would go into overtime. Thankfully, the Hawks would actually touch the puck in this overtime period, so we know the developers are fixing this game. They're fixing some bugs, but I think we might have found a new bug, a new glitch, because Shea Theodore, well, he's able to score without actually taking a shot. A little over a minute into overtime, Dahlstrom kind of gets beat by Theodore, and while he tries to check him, he just swipes at the puck, and his own stick hits the puck in 5-hole past Delia, and the Vegas Golden Knights win this game. And through 2 seasons, officially, the Hawks are the only team to have not beaten the Golden Knights. So yeah, not a good game from Dahlstrom. He was -3 on the night. But you look at that overtime line that he was on, Dahlstrom, Cahoon, Kampf. That's not a line I'd put out in overtime, that's for sure. And then you look at third period, Dylan Strome didn't play a whole lot in that third period. At first we thought maybe it was just an injury type of thing, but Colleton confirmed that was not the case and that he was just trying to get Kruger more ice time to try and close out a game. And, well, that tells me that the Hawks were playing not to lose in that third period, and obviously it backfired. Now, it's nice that the Hawks got a point against one of the top teams in the Western Conference, a team that represented the Western Conference in the Stanley Cup Final last year. But when you have a game like this and you have a lead in the third period like this, that's a game you got to win. Now, it doesn't really matter that much this year because this season is lost, but just a mental note for next year. Let's just mark it down. You got to win these types of games. Anyhow, up next for the Hawks, they go to New Jersey to play the Devils, who, after making the playoffs last season, they've really struggled this year. They're pretty much in the same place in the standings that the Hawks are in, just on the eastern side. Now, this is a very winnable game for the Hawks if their special teams continue to play like they have recently, and they play with a jump in their step like they did in the first period tonight. They could do well in this game. They can grab 2 points. In terms of who probably will start net for the Hawks, I gotta think probably Cam Ward. Delia's played well, but a couple of losses in a row. Probably mix it up a little bit, put Ward in net, but we'll see. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Hawks Recap. Let me know what you think down in the comments section below. Like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate that as always, but most importantly, stay safe, make good decisions, and I'll see you next time.